and I cut 2 slices of the dense, dark brown bread. There's no butter to put on it. I went to the shop yesterday, but Frau Meier said they had run out of butter, and no, she didn't know when the next delivery would be. We eat the bread as it is, gazing out of the window at the empty street 5 stories below. Out of habit, I reach for the dial on the radio. I like to listen to RIAS, radio in the American sector, even though, strictly speaking, it's illegal to do so in East Berlin. But then I think of Mother, of how tired she looked when she came home from the factory last night, and I leave the radio switched off. Mother needs her rest. Last night she told us to enjoy ourselves and that she sends her love to Dieter. She hopes he'll have time to visit us soon. Brigitta clears away the breakfast things while I fetch our Personalausweise, the personal identity cards that every citizen is required to carry with them at all times. Fertig? Asks Brigitta when I reappear. Ready? I nod. Let's go. She opens the door to the apartment, and we slip outside onto the dark landing.
Dieter. Spread out on the kitchen table, it looks like a feast. I go over everything one last time to make sure I haven't forgotten anything. 6 bread rolls, still warm from the baker's, Emmental cheese, 8 slices of smoked ham, Apfelstrudel, bananas and oranges, a rare treat for Brigitta and Sabine, lemonade, and Schokoladenkuchen, chocolate cake, which I baked myself. Sabine will be impressed at my newfound culinary skills. You can't even buy proper chocolate in East Berlin. And as for bananas and oranges, well, most people have probably forgotten what they look like. I start packing the food into the picnic hamper, wrapping the bread rolls in a clean tea towel to keep them fresh. I wonder what Sabine and Brigitta are doing right now. I bet they're already on their way. Brigitta always did wake up at the crack of dawn, and she won't want to miss a minute of today. I lay the rolls at the bottom of the hamper and place the ham and Emmental on top. Just wait until they see this food. They'll have to take some back for Mother. She loves fresh oranges, and a slice of chocolate cake. Thinking of Mother, I feel a little guilty. It's my first Sunday off in ages, and I should really be visiting my family in East Berlin, but Sabine and Brigitta so wanted to go to the lake at Wannsee, and we should do it whilst the good weather holds. Of course, Mother could come too, but Sabine said she would want to rest after a hard week at the factory. I reach across the table for the bananas, slotting them into a corner of the hamper. I tell myself I'll visit Mother in East Berlin in September, and, of course, at Christmas. I place the chocolate cake carefully into the hamper and arrange the oranges around the edge. My resolution to visit Mother in September has assuaged my feelings of guilt, and once more I feel excited that Sabine and Brigitta are visiting me today and not the other way around. The truth is, when I think of my old home in East Berlin, it's like a different country, a different world, even though it's only the other half of the city in which I still live. But there's no way I'd go back there. The communists in the East talk of building a better future for everyone, housing, education, and all that, but really, they just want to control people's lives. No one is allowed to criticize the party. If you do, you'll be locked up. They spy on their own citizens all the time. Who can live in a place like that? They call themselves democratic, but that's a joke. I mean, how can it be a democratic country when there's only one party? The other parties are just there for show, puppets of the communists. Over here in the West, we don't just have real democracy and the freedom to say what we think. We have shops, restaurants, bars, and nightclubs on the Kudamm that most East Berliners couldn't imagine in their wildest dreams. I go over all these arguments in my head every time I think about my decision to move west, justifying my actions to myself. But I do have one regret, and that's that I didn't try harder to persuade Mother, Sabine, and Brigitta to come with me. But I was impatient to get going, and Mother, well, let's just say Mother doesn't like change. Sabine, I know, is torn, but she tends to take Mother's side, saying Mother doesn't want to leave her home and her work, and that she still likes to visit Father's grave, all the old arguments. But I can see which way the wind is blowing. There's no future for them over there in the East. I close the lid on the hamper and pull the leather straps through the metal buckles. As I pull the straps tight, I decide...